Now, everybody sees shapes differently, but colors are forever.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 celebrity kids who acted in their parents' movies.
What was that?
Neighborhood's in trouble.
Keeping your eye out for it?
For this list, we'll be looking at directors who cast their kids in one or more of their films, from bit parts to bigger roles. Leave us a comment below, and feel free to ask your family to leave one also. Number 10. Maude and Iris Apatow, multiple films. While both of Judd Apatow's daughters have gone on to act in other people's projects, they both got their start in 3 of their father's films. It started with 2007's Knocked Up, in which they played Sadie and Charlotte, the children of Paul Rudd and Leslie Mann.
We're gonna have a baby together.
What?
Yeah, baby.
Well, you're not married. Aren't you supposed to be married to have a baby?
Mann, for those who didn't know, is also their mother in real life. The girls again played on-screen daughters of their real-life mother in Funny People, and reprised their Sadie and Charlotte roles in the Knocked Up spin-off This Is 40.
But
And that's scary. You shouldn't be allowed to watch that.
They show the reenactments, but that actually happened.
It's gonna give you nightmares.
I can handle a nightmare. You're a nightmare every day for me.
Since those early beginnings, the girls have worked with their father individually as well. Maude appeared in her dad's film, The King of Staten Island, and Judd directed Iris in an episode of Love and the movie The Bubble.
Do I want you to go? I don't care, just... it's weird if you don't go.
That wasn't exactly a warm invitation.
Yeah, well, it's not the part I'm looking forward to most, but I want you to be there.
Number 9. Sosie and Travis Bacon, Loverboy. In 2005, Kevin Bacon made his big screen directorial debut with the film Loverboy.
Sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go.
And when it came to casting 3 of the roles, he didn't have to look any further than his dinner table, assuming he and his wife and kids ate their dinners together. Besides casting his talented wife, Kira Sedgwick, Kevin also gave his son Travis and his daughter Sosie roles in the film.
You would do well to find a passion, you know, everyone needs a passion. What about geology, huh? I mean, you like rocks and stuff.
In fact, Sosie played the 10-year-old version of her mother's character in the movie. And while Travis hasn't acted again, Sosie used that role as a jumping-off point to many more roles since, including 13 Reasons Why and Mayor of Easttown.
The only thing I'm missing now is my son. I want custody. Full custody. I filed the paperwork with my attorney yesterday.
Number 8. Jason Reitman, multiple films. Not only has Jason Reitman had small parts in a number of his father's films, every feature film Jason has been in was directed by his father, Ivan Reitman.
Could you tell me who lives here?
Grandpa, this man wants to talk to you.
Thank you.
This began with his first acting gig in 1988 in Twins, all the way through his last big screen appearance in Father's Day in 1997.
Oh, Scotty. Everything's all right. I mean, it's okay.
It's not him.
Who's this?
I don't know.
Since then, the younger Reitman has made a name for himself as the Oscar-nominated director of Juno and Up in the Air. He also directed Ghostbusters Afterlife, the sequel to the original Ghostbuster movies, both of which were directed by his father, and yes, Jason did appear in the second one.
My dad says you guys are full of crap.
Jason.
Well, some people have trouble believing in the paranormal.
No, he just says you guys are full of crap, and that's why you went out of business.
Number 7. Sasha Spielberg, multiple films. Maybe you know her by her musician stage name Buzzy Lee, or as the actress who played young Israeli woman watching TV in the Oscar-nominated film Munich. Or maybe you just know her as Sasha Spielberg, the first child of actress Kate Capshaw and master movie director Steven Spielberg. Besides Munich, her dad also gave her little parts in The Terminal and Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
That's my boyfriend!
And she played Woman with Package in 2017's The Post, also directed by her dad. In addition to acting, Sasha has explored her musical side in several projects. Number 6. Gwyneth Paltrow, duets. Gwyneth's father, Bruce Paltrow, spent most of his career in television as a producer and director, but he did direct 2 films for the big screen.
There I am in 3rd grade. That was my birthday party. You sent me this, remember?
Yeah. I think so.
I'm still wearing it.
The second, Duets, takes place in the world of karaoke competitions and features an impressive cast, including his daughter. And as she said of the experience, quote, "It's really not something you get to do very often, work with people you love, so it's been wonderful."
You're gonna fly away, glad you're going my way. I love it when we're cruising together.
And we can imagine it probably meant even more to have had that opportunity, when just a couple of years later, her father sadly lost his battle with oral cancer. Number 5, Sofia Coppola, multiple films. Like Jason Reitman, Sofia Coppola has made her name in Hollywood primarily as a filmmaker.
Hey, mister, you 15 cents?
Nah, I don't have any money, man.
You sure?
Could you please go away? We're busy here.
As for her acting career, she has said that it was never really something she wanted to do and only did it when her father, Francis Ford Coppola, asked her to help out. That was the case in her most famous and criticized role as Michael Corleone's daughter in The Godfather Part 3, a role she took when Winona Ryder dropped out at the last minute.
What is this really for? Why are you doing this? Why am I doing this?
While she had small parts in a number of other movies her father directed, it was her performance as Mary Corleone that some people actually blame for the film's poor performance at the box office.
You gotta understand, Mary. You gotta understand.
I'll always love you.
Number 4, Lucas Hedges, Ben is Back. Lucas and Peter Hedges have worked together on 2 films. Lucas made his debut with a small role in his dad's movie, Dan in Real Life, as an unnamed character credited as Lily's dance partner. That was in 2007. Over the decade that followed, Lucas continued working on his craft and eventually broke out with his Oscar-nominated supporting role in 2016's Manchester by the Sea.
Jesus.
What? What?
You're such a kiss-ass. Sandy!
What, because I appreciate your mother's cooking?
Then in 2018, he again worked with his dad, but this time, his character didn't just have a name. He had a starring role opposite Julia Roberts in Ben is Back.
Oh my god, I can't believe it!
Hi, Mom.
I see you. Is it you?
Is that Ben?
Number 3, Scott Eastwood, multiple films. While Clint Eastwood has refused to confirm the amount of children he has fathered, we do know it's at least 8. We also know he's given several of them parts in a number of his movies.
What you supposed to be, man? Yeah, it's cool, dog.
The most well-known of his kids is probably Scott Eastwood, who made his debut in Flags of Our Fathers and also had roles in 2 other films directed by his dad, Gran Torino and Invictus.
I'm not going to Tokyo.
Why not?
What?
Alex, we've become more than just a rugby team.
As for a couple of Scott's half-siblings, Francesca Eastwood had roles in True Crime and Jersey Boys, while Allison Eastwood can be seen in 3 of Clint's movies, including Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil.
But if they knew he was completely open with his sexuality, they would have shunned him. Maybe the jury will too.
Number 2, Bryce Dallas Howard, multiple films. While her role in The Village was the one that really got her started on the path to stardom, Bryce Dallas Howard had appeared in 5 films prior to that one.
You wonder how I recognized you? Some people, just a handful mind you, give off the tiniest color. It's faint, like a haze.
4 of those were directed by her father, Ron Howard. However, although they were big movies, her roles in them were not. In fact, they were so small that her parts in A Beautiful Mind and Apollo 13 are listed as uncredited, and IMDb lists her role of red-headed audience girl in Parenthood as unconfirmed. Since then, however, Bryce has gone from bit parts to big budgets, and we're sure her dad is super proud.
Every time we've unveiled a new asset, attendance has spiked. Global news coverage, celebrity visitors, eyes of the world.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Angelica Houston, multiple films. Angelica Houston's screen debut was also her first time working with her father, John Huston, and it did not go well. Angelica had been up for a role in another film, but her father removed her from consideration to cast her in his film, A Walk with Love and Death.
Where are you journeying to?
To the sea.
That's a long way.
Have you ever seen the sea?
No, have you?
The younger Houston didn't think she was right for the part, and the father-daughter tension grew throughout the making of the movie. Thankfully, her next 2 times working with her legendary dad went much better. In 1985, John directed his daughter in Prizzy's Honor, for which she won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress.
How about it? Holy cow, Charlie, just tell me where you want to meet.
And 2 years later, she starred in her father's final film, The Dead, for which they both won Independent Spirit Awards.
We used to go out walking together, you know, Gabriel, the way they do in the country.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.